Hey guys, welcome back to this midweek episode of R&D Garage. So I had so much fun doing the walk around the Lotus that I took a peek in the corner, and this guy who has just been sitting there so long that I don't even notice him anymore, I'm like, you know what? Let's do a walk around this too. This will be fun. Okay, so if your parents grew up in the 80s, they may have rode something just like this. So this is kind of sick. This is a 1982 Honda ATC 250R. Now, this one is air-cooled, and it was basically one of the fastest out there until, I want to say, the late 80s when they came out with the water-cooled version. So these were super fun, but also super dangerous. And the reason why they started to die out was that people had a bad tendency, to roll them. And I'll say this one is all original right now, and Dion actually rode it as a kid. He won't tell me if he rolled it, but I will say he has had a scar in his eyebrow since I have known him, and he has attributed it to this thing right here. Let's talk about it a little bit more. Okay, let's talk more about the features of this all-terrain cycle. I believe that's what ATC stands for. Okay, so this is a two-stroke. You notice that it has big balloon tires, which are perfect for sand, dirt, anything like that. I know some people used to put paddles instead of the balloon tires to go through sand. Perfect for dunes. This model here has between 25 and 30 horsepower, which you can imagine is plenty quick enough. You're not really going to be driving this on the street anyway. It's more of a dirt bike kind of thing, so that's more than enough. Now this one kind of went off the road, I want to say back in the late 80s, obviously way before I met Dee, and I've never actually ridden this, but unfortunately it's seized, which is not uncommon on these types of vehicles. And so we already have a replacement jug and everything that we're going to rebuild, and so hopefully get this on the road. But I also want to rattle off more features that this has. So I think this part is kind of cool. It actually operates on a thumb throttle. Now, like a regular bike would have like a twist throttle like that. This one is all in the thumb. I guess they figured since you're putting so much weight on the handlebars and, turning it and everything, everybody that's ridden on a bike has done that whoopsie with the throttle. So you can imagine if you do something like that in the sand, you're going to go behind over tea kettle. You guys know what I mean. So again, thumb throttle. So a couple words of warning about these ATCs. So you'll notice that if you get your foot, you got to be careful not to get your foot underneath here, because the balloon tire will suck your ankle up and kind of right up your shoe, which is not good. You don't want to get run over by your own ATC. As well as the pegs here are basically shark teeth. And so I would never recommend riding one of these no matter how hot it is in shorts. You always want to wear long pants, preferably bike pants, like motorcycle pants, kind of reinforced, because even just getting off and catching a shin or an ankle, you're gonna get a heck of a bite. So, Honda. Okay, so who here is experienced with really tuned two-stroke bikes? Not me. Okay, so this was basically considered a race bike almost. This one, obviously it's two-stroke, and it was kind of meant for basically top speed. Not so much going slow through the dunes, but just hauling butt kind of in the long stretches. Super fun, and I can't wait to do it. But, okay, you guys see this right here, how it's like really super big and then it kind of goes into a skinnier pipe. This isn't the muffler, this is actually the resonator. And what I can kind of compare it to is all my import friends, third gear VTEC, where it's like the magical gear where all of a sudden you're just like, doo doo, and then woo! Yeah, it's basically the same thing. And so when you hear, well, obviously this was way before VTEC, but when you feel the momentum, you better be holding on, because this bike will definitely kick you back on your butt again, and you'll watch it just kind of drive away from you. So be careful. Okay, so you're wondering, what exactly are our plans for this bike? Okay, basically it's not going to be a full-on restoration. We're going to go ahead and make it mechanically sound, new bearings, bushings, all that kind of thing, and then take it out, kind of rip around on it for a little bit, just because I've never been on one and Dion hasn't been on one in like just absolutely years. And then we're probably gonna sell it. So stay tuned if you're interested in a 250R. Armand, I'm looking at you. But anyway, I'm super excited. I can't wait to rip around on this. And honestly, there's not a whole lot to be done. And we probably will still be in the corner of the garage while we work on the FJ and all the rest of the projects. But now that it's summer, I don't know about you guys, but I really wanted you guys to take a peek at this and know that it is another toy in the R&D garage, and you will be seeing a build on this very soon.